Is how often during the day do we need to pray? I need advice on how to combine a hectic 9 to 5 job with the fast. I want to know how many days you spent on a prayer topic. Some of us are tired of praying, nothing changes. Can I have nshima with vegetables on this fast? When is the right time to eat fruit and vegetables and take water? Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Iwano and I hope you're doing well and doing just like I. So in case you're new here, I post videos on every Wednesdays and Sundays, so you may consider subscribing and turn on your post notification to be notified that the video is up. In this video, I'm going to share with you on how to go about the Daniel fast, the type of foods that you need to eat, the do's and don'ts, the scriptures that you can read. In case you don't know what the Daniel fast is, I recommend that you go and read the book of Daniel, specifically chapter 10. It talks about the Daniel fast in there. Okay, so Daniel fasted for 21 days and he refrained from certain types of food that I'm going to talk about in this very video. Okay, so that we do it in the right manner and get the results that we are believing God for during our fast. Okay, all right, I have done the Daniel fast before and it worked wonders for me. So this is the whole information that you need to have about the Daniel fast. I'll be clarifying certain things through the comments that I got in my previous video on how to go about the Daniel fast. You may watch it, it's right up here, then come back to this one to get a consolidated version of how to do the Daniel fast. Let's get right into the video. So the first comment says that I don't really understand. So it's like a normal fast where you start at like 5 and maybe you eat at 18. Can you eat like normal 3 meals or what? I don't understand. Please explain. So this question is referring to how you do it, the basic knowledge on how to go about it. You can declare a fast for a specific period amount of time and also commit to the Lord those days that you'll be doing your fast. Just because you eat does not mean that you have broken the fast until the day off of which you declare that this is the day I'll end my fast. That is when your fast will be broken. You are at liberty to eat 3 times in a day. That is breakfast, lunch, and supper. Just because you eat does not mean that you have broken the fast. And a point that I want to bring out on the Daniel fast is that it is not about the food. It is about the disposition of your heart to receive and also just to allow God to pour inside of you. I'm gonna share the types of food that you need to have towards the end of the video. Okay. The second question is, can I have nshima with vegetables on this fast? Of course, we know that nshima is a Zambian staple food. You can have that with any relish that is plant-based. It's nshima, it's entirely made of maize or cornmeal, okay, or mealie meal. It depends on how you prefer to call it. So you are at liberty to have nshima, okay? Then the question is, when is the right time? Yeah, this is important. When is the right time to eat fruit and vegetables and take water during the Daniel fast? Okay, so the right time to eat is in the morning, in the afternoon, and also in the evening. Just like you have scheduled in your homes to say we'll be eating breakfast at this time, we'll be having lunch at this hour, and also supper at this specific hour. That is when you are supposed to eat. You can have water at the time when your body really requests for it. Okay, yeah, the only thing that you have to be so much disciplined about is having your foods, your solids that are plant-based in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. The next one is not really a question, it is more they added up to what I had said in that video. Okay, and they say one of the mistakes I did while doing the Daniel fast was having no expectations for God to move. They go on further to thank you for posting this. It gave me a better understanding of the kind of mindset I need to have. God bless. I want to focus on the mindset. The mind attracts everything. The type of people that the mind, even the Bible talks about how powerful the mind is, how powerful your thoughts are. Who you think you are is definitely what you are going to read. As a man thinketh, so is the man. the thoughts obviously lead a person's life. So if you think negatively towards the fast, you will not be able to receive what God has in store for you. Go with the mindset of being expectant. Go with the mind that is open. Be open-minded about everything. You may not get exactly what it is God is what you may not get exactly what it is that you had prayed for, but the Lord will provide to you what He thinks is the best for you. You have to have this mindset of so much expectancy, so much gratitude. You have to have this mindset your mindset has to be so open, and it has to be so positive. It has to be fully charged on the word of God, such that when you pray about something, refer to the word of the Lord and let Him lead throughout the fast. Suppose you're asking the Lord for wisdom, you can refer to Mark. You can refer to a chapter in Mark. You can refer to a verse in Mark that talks about God giving you wisdom. That is the mindset you need to have. Everything that you pray for, the Lord is going to grant according to how you disposition it. Have a mindset that is straight. Have a mindset that knows that you're going before the creator of the universe. You're going before a king who gives kings their riches. And you're going before a king who is precious. It all narrows down to knowing God for yourself, and also the type of a relationship that you share with Him. Basically, your mindset has to be positive, and you have to be so much expectant of what God can do in your life. Okay, I hope that has answered. I needed to emphasize on the mindset. So be expectant. Be expectant. Your blessing might not be exactly what you had asked for, but there's something that will move inside of you. Trust me, whether you are believing, let's say I'm believing God for a job and it does not happen. It does not happen. That does not change any character. That does not change the position of who God is. That does not change the disposition of what the Lord has in store for me. He says in His word that I have plans that are way better for you than you can ever imagine. And in Psalms, he mentions of having thoughts about us that can outnumber the sand. So that is the mindset you need to have. Okay. The next question, the next comment. Congratulations to you. Some of us are tired of praying, nothing changes. Okay, so trust me, you can never go before a king and come back the same way that you are. You may be tired of praying, you may be tired of doing certain things wrong. Ask yourself, go back to the drawing board. What is it that I did wrong? Okay, what maybe you could have not had full information of how to go about it, but trust me, when you believe that something is going to happen, it will definitely happen. The Lord is going to work things in your favor. Okay, yeah. So you may be tired, you may be feeling really low, you may be feeling really low about everything, but trust me, God is good and is going to do exceedingly and abundantly more than you can ever ask. Just keep your faith burning and your altar of prayer burning for Him. Your life will change. In certain moments, God answers the answers of God do not look exactly that like what we had asked for. You get the point. Yeah. So you can comment down below on how you feel about that. And then this one is talking about, I want to know how many days you spent on a prayer topic. Very important. On the number of days to spend on your prayer topics is fully dependent on the longevity of your fast. It could be 3 days, 7 days, 10 days, or 21 days, or at the extreme, going in on a 40-day fast. Okay, yeah. So the number of days to choose is dependent on you, and on a prayer topic you can divide it as the Spirit leads. An example would be that you might have certain things to pray about. It could be your spiritual life and any life of yours that you would want to let God to work on. So you may divide them according to how the Spirit leads. Okay, you may divide them to how the Spirit leads, and just how there's the number of things you want them to be. It could be for the first 7 days, the next 7 days, and also the last 7 days, where you fully dedicate your life to praying about certain things. Okay, yeah. And please, how often during the day do we need to pray? I've never fasted before, and I'm confused. The number of days that you pray during the day is fully dependent on your schedule. If your schedule is allowing you to pray 3 times in a day, please go ahead and do just that. If it's allowing you to pray once in a day, please go with that flow. Okay, so but I recommend, and I can't emphasize this more, and I have to make a video about it, please pray at 9, pray at 12, pray at 3, and also pray at 5 in the morning. Let the Spirit of the Lord lead you. Let the Spirit of the Lord lead you. This time, pray at night. Pray at night. And also during the day, let it be as the Lord leads. You can listen to gospel songs just to have your fire burning, all right? And also you can be saying silent prayers from time to time, okay? Yeah. And then, hey, Wano, thanks for helping the church. Please advise, when doing the Daniel fast, do you eat normally fruits and vegetables, or you fast and break later in the evening? As I've mentioned earlier on, your fast only breaks on the number of days that you have set to do it, and you are at liberty to have 3 meals in the day, and those foods has to be plant-based foods only. Okay? The next comment. Can I test, this is important, can I test the food I'm cooking for my family whilst fasting? You cannot test the food unless they are plant-based. Okay, so if it's not a vegetable, you're cooking some chicken, you're cooking some meat, don't taste those. Do not taste those. Okay, and thank you. You are only allowed to taste the foods that are allowed to be eaten during the fast. That's the simplest. Please, I also need advice on how to combine a hectic, very important. Please, I also need advice on how to combine a hectic 9-to-5 job with the fast. So on how to combine that, I also have a 9-to-5. On how to combine that, you have to eat as much as you can. Eat as much as you can, and eat until you're full. If you have gym sessions, please make sure that you eat until you're full. Let the food that you're eating give you as much energy as it can to pull you through the whole day. Your job may be demanding, may be hectic, but please eat. It could be a heavy meal in the morning. It could be a meal that is going to carry you throughout the day, and eat until you're full. That is the basic thing. If you know that you can have some shima in the morning, please eat your shima with some vegetables that you have prepared nicely, and some other foods that are plant-based. Okay, eat until you are full. And the energy and enthusiasm has lifted my faith as I listened and I prayed. I literally said, God, I want you to start guiding in my life. Thanks. Yeah, I don't want this video to be so long. I'll post most of the scriptures that you can use during your Daniel fast in the comment section and also in the description box. Okay, to preempt some things, you can use the next scriptures. Joel 2 verses 12 to 13. You can also use Jeremiah 7 to 11. You can use Daniel 9 2 verses 3. You can also use Jeremiah 39 verses 9. You can also use Psalm 109 verses 29 to 20 to 25. Yeah. You can also use Ephesians 1 verses 3. You can also use James verses 2 to 3. You can also use Isaiah 2 verses 5. Ezekiel chapter 36 verses 20-26. And you can use 1 Corinthians 16 verses 13. You can also use Deuteronomy 33. You can use Deuteronomy 3 verses 2. I have a lot. You can use 1 Corinthians 11 verses 3. You can use Ephesians 6 verses 10. And you can also use my personal favorite, Psalm 23. You just meditate upon it. And yeah, if you want to know the effects of fasting and prayer, I will link up a video right here so that you get to know what it is that we talk about in the Daniel fast. Okay, see you in the next one.